today, Donald Trump and them speak very bad of us. Not because we did anything wrong, but
to such reports.
No, they are just taking things out of context. There will never be a time that the EFF will be divided because of my differences with the Commander-in-Chief. We have been working together. I was thinking that for 15 solid years, like literally getting to interact every day for the past 15 years since we started working together politically. So we've been together and we'll be together forever. We represent a generational mission which will never be distracted by anything.
I lost my brothers now, turned against me. And I never looked back. I've never, not even once, doubted myself when my brothers turned against me. It is not for the first time that the brothers turn against each other. It's there in the Bible. It doesn't start with them. So why should I be a crybaby when they turn against me? You must be rest assured, Murud. Now I'm a living survivor. Now I'm one example. Some reject which was written off and said he is buried. People even wrote books about me and said, this boy is done, like they are doing now. But they don't know my faith. They don't know my God. They don't know my ancestors. And I will never be destroyed by that which has never built me.
Mbuyiseni is my brother, like in a true sense of brotherhood. My relationship with Mbuyiseni is not political relationship in J. It's a brotherhood relationship which has been there for more than 20 years now. So like, you can imagine that he is not 40 yet, and I'm just 41 years old now. So if we have had a relationship for 20 years and a very trusting relationship, he's my brother, but he holds his own political views in terms of how we should handle some of these issues.
Anything. And more than being political partners in terms of the political work, we are brothers. It's like as if we are blood brothers. So there is never a time that the EFF will be distracted. So the opportunists, of course, they will try to give whatever interpretation. But we are a solid organization. That is why we were able foundationally to rally everyone else behind the struggle for economic emancipation in our lifetime. It is a solid program which we are going to sustain until we attain victory of all the progressive forces, not only in South Africa, but in the
first order. So there's this myth that is perpetuated that, like we sat in some room and then we said, okay, no, Mzwanele must go, and then Floyd must go, and then Dali must go. Absolute nonsense. Nothing like that. Each of those people took their own individual decisions.
Part of consolidating the revolutionary agenda, we need to take this decision to join Umkhonto as a party. And there are those, of course, who had said, let's go, all of us, if you're going. Then I said, I don't think that is a wise decision. You can participate like in EFF and everything else there. But if you decide to join Umkhonto, it must not appear as if I am responsible for a mass exodus from the EFF. I'm joining individually. Those who join later on because they're convinced about the politics of Umkhonto, they will do so by themselves individually. That approach of joining as a group and everything else is not sustainable. It's not disciplined. It's not a proper organizational and political culture.
Now look, we have refused to be addressed by Mr. Jacob Zuma because he's an illegitimate president of South Africa. Under normal circumstances, under strict application of the rules of Parliament, he was supposed to be in a process now to account on why did he violate the Constitution, because the Constitutional Court is categorically clear that Jacob Zuma has violated the Constitution. And we go on as Parliament as if everything else is normal. So we're making a point in Parliament that we cannot allow to be addressed by a person who has been found to have violated the oath of office. because the Constitutional Court ruling clearly states that he has violated the oath of office. And we cannot just sit back as Parliament as if everything else.
What President Zuma is doing with Mkondo Wesizwe party is what the statement of Mkondo Wesizwe did in 1961 on the 16th of December, to say that now that the liberation movement has been banned, what other platform do we express ourselves? What other instrument do we use to fight for total liberation? There is absolutely no doubt